God one more hand clap of praise in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. You may be seated now in the presence of the Lord. And for those of you all who have not had a chance to see this year, Happy New Year and Happy 2020 or 2020. Amen. Give God a hand clap of praise that He made it to another year in the name of Jesus. And so not only talking about Happy New Year, we've been talking this whole time about Happy New You. And we go through here and have a new attitude. Pastor Bill said that thing a couple years ago. She read that thing. You got a new attitude. You don't keep on going around the same old. We cannot put new wine in old wineskins, is what Jesus said. So you can't expect to have something new and still think the way you used to think. Can't expect to have anything new. We cannot expect something new doing the same old stuff we used to do. So Happy New You as well. So this is going to be, we have been declaring and decreeing that this is our best year ever. Please join me in giving God one more hand clap of praise as we receive that in Jesus' name. Let's read this together. So we're talking about this idea of being our best year. I want to be very clear about what is the foundation upon which this is going to be the best year. It's not just about getting a new relationship. It's not just about getting a new job. It's not just about getting a promotion. All those things are an outgrowth if we have the right foundation in place. So in order to have this being our best year, what has to be in place? Please read this with me, please. This year, let's resolve to live in spiritual victory. Anybody ready to walk in some spiritual victory? I said ready to walk in spiritual victory. All right, keep going now. To walk daily, personally, and intimately in the Lord's presence. See, all these other things that we've been talking about, the raise and all these other things, they will come as we are positioned to continue to walk with God more intimately and more personally and also daily as well. So is anybody here ready for manifestation? I said, anybody ready for manifestation? I mean really ready for manifestation. So as we get ready to prepare this idea of being ready for and waiting for manifestation, this idea of 2020 or 2020, I want to remind us about this again. 20 has at least two meanings from biblical numerology. First of all, it means, at this point, great expectancy. That 20 represents not just marginal expectancy, but great expectancies. Please write down Ephesians 3:20. Now unto Him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ask or think according to the power that works within us. So we have great expectations. Say that with me. I have great expectations in 2020. So we have, first of all, great expectancy. But also 20 means this. I love this. It means the waiting period is over. So when you put it all together, we have great expectancy that our waiting period is over. Anybody ready for your waiting period to be over? I said you're ready for it to be over. You've been waiting for this and waiting for this. Now be clear. It is not that God still has to move. He's already moved. But now we are in position to receive what God has already done. So don't keep praying, God, please move. He already did. That's like praying right now. Wouldn't it make sense to pray the prayer, God, please let me make it safer to Shalom? Would that make sense? Why? You're already here. So God said, I have already given you blessings, and I've already given you breakthrough, and I've already been your bridge over troubled water. I just need you, God is saying, to be in position to receive what I've already provided. So 2020 means I have great expectancy that whatever we've been believing God for, that waiting period is over. So now it's our best year ever. So what happens? So our theme, the theme for the entire year, please read this with me. And you can see it over here to the screen. So that you're expecting and experiencing plenty in 2020. Now here's what happened. I would offer that some of us have gotten so accustomed to not having enough that the idea of having plenty seems horrible. But Jesus did not shed His blood for us to walk in scarcity. He did not shed His blood for us to barely get by. He said, I came that you may have life and have life in abundance to the full and the overflow. And you can't have overflowing life always just trying to get by. So in this year, we're talking about not just expecting plenty, but also experiencing plenty in 2020. Now, our vision statement, we've been clear about this. So a vision is where you're headed. It's the macro view of where you're going. So this is our vision. Read this again, please. Embracing and enjoying life. That's what it's saying. So it's about saying that every moment of our lives, we are looking to embrace and enjoy life. Now, that's a vision statement. That's where we're headed. But the mission statement would be the steps to help us to get to the vision. You get me? So you have a mission statement. The mission would be necessary to help us reach the vision. If the vision is embracing and enjoying life, how do we do that? Read this together. To know our Christ. To what? Grow in Christ. And lastly, what? Show our Christ. See, when it is impossible to have a genuine experience with God and still be the same. I said, you cannot have a genuine experience with God and still be the same. I said, you cannot have a genuine experience with God and still be the same. Everyone God that Jesus came in contact with was totally different as a result of that experience. So knowing our Christ means there's an intimate knowledge. There's this closeness is there. And as a result of knowing Him, we want to know more about Him, so we're going to grow in Christ. And as a result, you can't help but show our Christ as well. So our best year ever, 2020. Now here again, for those of us who want, if you are declaring that 2020 is your best year ever, please join me in giving God one more hand clap of praise in Jesus' name. So I want you to read this with me right now. If we are believing that 2020 is our best year, let's read this together. If you want 2020 to be your best year, don't sit on the couch and wait for it. Go out, make a change. See, I'm telling you, you can't get new results with the same old behavior. Make a change. Keep on going. Smile. Would it hurt to smile more? Keep on going. Be excited. Do new things, according to the word. Keep going. Throw away what you have been cluttering. Now, let's just pause right there. Our daughter came to visit us when doing a break. And I said, we're going to run an errand together. And she said, Daddy, I need 5 minutes to clean out my car so you can have somewhere to sit. Now, we were real clear. Some of our cars, even in the parking lot right now, we're going to have about 10 minutes to get over there. And everybody has some clutter somewhere. Yes. Amen. And it's time to get rid of that clutter so we can now put what's supposed to be in place. Everybody has in the kitchen that drawer. You got some soy sauce, some duck sauce, Chinese takeout menus, all these things there, stuff blowing up in there. It's time to declutter. So, amen. Everybody has that room in the house where you can let everybody see other parts of the house. But don't y'all go down to the room and look at that room on the left side, because when you do that with coming, everything is thrown in. So it's time right now to throw away what you've been cluttering. Keep going. Oh, well, get this one now. Unfollow negative people on social media. Oh, keep on going now. And in real life. You got to let them go. You can't go higher. Letting that negativity hold you down. You can't go higher. Letting the nonsense hold you down. You can't go higher. Letting everything that matters hold you down. This time let all that negativity go. Now, again, what we say, you don't have to pray out what you don't let in. You know when they're going to show up, they're going to bring mess. So I'm telling you, act like that Jehovah's Witnesses don't open the door. And you know they're going to bring in stuff. You know they're bringing stuff. And I'm telling you, don't keep going. You cannot open up the door, then close the door like you're not at home. If you know they're going to come, you know what their number is. If you know they're going to bring nonsense and negativity, let it go. Because I'm telling you, where you are now being positioned to receive everything God has for you, you don't have time to take negativity with you. You don't have time to take nonsense with you. You don't have time to take all these things with you. So let go on social media and in person. Negative folk. Keep on going. Go to bed early. Blackish will be on tomorrow. You don't have to sit till 11 o'clock and watch. Be fierce. Keep on going. Don't gossip. Show more gratitude. How hard is it to just say thank you when somebody has been good. When you know God has been good, you may not have what you wanted, but God, I just want to thank you. It may not work like but I want to thank you. It's time to have more. See, what's going to help us have our best year ever is to be grateful and to give thanks. It says in 1 Thessalonians, in everything. I'm going to find a way in everything to give thanks. Because even though I may be going through, God is still wonderful. Even though I'm going through, God is still a good God. Even though I'm going through, God has still worked it out. Even though I'm going through, I know God is still wonderful. So I have to go back in and give gratitude. And keep on going. Do things that challenge yourself. And lastly, be brave. Keep that be brave in context. We're going to come back here. So it's beholding Him. Beholding Him. So our first spiritual principle for today. Our first one is our primary focus for 2020, we introduced this on New Year's Eve and on last Sunday, is to behold. To behold. To behold. And we said when we're beholding is to see something or observe something that's remarkable or impressive. Beholding. Beholding something. And we said it's more than a casual glance. See, beholding is not seeing something and turning away. It is continuing to look at intensely. We talked about already. If we read this with me again, it means it's focusing how? Intensely. Keep going. Intently and also intensely. So let me just make this live in the natural to make this whole idea about beholding live. So this idea of intensely. How many women here have given birth? Tell me a little bit more about what happens to your contractions before that big head baby gets ready to come out. They get what? They get more intense. So it doesn't matter what you were trying to do. The intensity of it, I understand. Y'all can leave a footnote. Y'all better be glad men don't have to have babies. So we have like 2 people on the earth. So they have to do so intensely. We're not going through all that pain. So intensely. So when that thing comes up, there's so much intensity there that it goes back and goes to the next one intently. Intently means it takes your whole focus. If you were planning on going to Walmart to pick up something, when those contractions came in, Walmart took a back seat. Because all this intense and also intent, but also watch this intensity. When we are beholding, we are making our minds to do that. Nobody's forcing us to do it. We are focusing in intensely and also intently and also intentionally. And I gave you this slide last week. I love this. This is such a wonderful example of somebody beholding. This young lady, would you agree with me? She is first of all looking intensely. I mean, she is doing, intensely simply means to a great degree. Isn't she looking intently? No, you can't. She is not being distracted by the left or the right. Here's what I want to offer. The devil is always trying to put something in our lives to distract us, to disturb us, and to have us dismayed. Come on now. I said the devil is always trying to put something in our lives to distract us. You're trying to go straight for the Lord, and the devil wants you to go to the left and the right. He's always trying to do something to discourage us. So what happens, look at intently means that she is having earnest attention on that, and also intentionally. Nobody's making her watch this. Nobody. So there she is looking at this picture of Michelle Obama, and now have this book out again. I told you her name is Parker Curry. She was 2 years old at the time, and they went back and wrote a book entitled Parker Looks Up, an Extraordinary Moment. Here's what I'm offering. That when we are beholding, we should expect to see the extraordinary. I said when we are beholding, we should expect to see the extraordinary. Say it with me. When I behold, I expect to see the extraordinary. So what happens here? So read this with me. You become what you behold. So everybody has a vision in our lives about what we want to do and where we want to go. And the more we behold, the more we go back in and look intensely and intently and intentionally, we end up becoming what we behold. Everybody has this vision. Now here's what happens. So the idea is to make sure what we are beholding is something that's taking us up and not taking us down. Amen? Beholding something that's going to make us better and not something making us bitter. So here this young lady is beholding this, and they interviewed the family after. She says, they said, what were you thinking when you were looking at that? She said, I was looking at a queen. She was being